Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a quick, I always say quick, it's never quick, a quick kind of bump date. It's going to be my 3rd trimester bump date. I don't know if that's a thing, but it's a pretty big milestone, so I think I should record something for it. Yes, this is the backdrop that is by my air conditioner usually, but I moved it over here because it kind of looks nice as something in the background, because I was just going to use my wall and it looked really boring. If you hear my son's iPad in the background, just ignore it. He's watching his weird Mother Goose Club YouTube show, whatever the hell it is. Kind of freaks me out, but he loves it, so I'm keeping him busy while I'm doing this real quick. So let's jump right in, because I have notes and I don't know how well I'm going to stick to them, because I just always ramble all the time like I'm doing right now. So today I am 26 weeks and 4 days exactly. Well, I guess I can't say exactly because it's never an exact kind of thing. But by the time this video comes out, most likely, or by the time it's out, I'll be almost 27 weeks, which is basically when you enter your 3rd trimester, hence why I'm doing 3rd trimester video. So right now she is the size of a head of cauliflower. I don't know where they get these vegetables and fruits to compare babies to, because just last week she was like the size of like a scallion or something, and they're just long, like stringy looking vegetables. Like how do you compare a baby to that? I don't know. But she can basically open her eyes now. They're not fused shut. She can hear my voice. She responds to light. Like if I shine a flashlight, she'd probably move to where the flashlight is. So pretty exciting stuff. Definitely starting to feel different. Starting to feel large, if you know what I mean. Craving wise, I have just been craving watermelon. Watermelon and grapes and like lots of fruits. Lots of fruits and like sweet and salty mixtures. So like pretzels and Nutella, or like kettle corn popcorn, you know, something sweet and salty. Because I've also been craving salty foods as well, like ramen noodles and stuff, but I don't eat it. I've actually been really good with not eating ramen noodles or any type of instant noodle because of how high the sodium content is, obviously. The one major thing that I want to talk about in this video, that I want to address, is kind of like my birth plan / health status. Things have they've been changing since my last visits, my last doctor's visit. I can't speak. I have developed placenta previa, which is basically where my placenta covers the opening of my cervix. It usually resolves on its own, kind of moves out of the way. Sometimes it can be last minute, sometimes it can be like a week after finding out that you have placenta previa. In my case, it still hasn't resolved. I'm getting checked again the 24th of September. They're checking my cervix again to see what's going on, where everything's at. That doesn't really... So I was having a scheduled C-section from what I thought. From the beginning, my doctor made it clear that she wanted me to have a repeat C-section because of my clotting disorder, and I've already had a C-section, and yada yada yada. So it was just, you know, that was the initial, like, I went into this knowing I was gonna have a repeat C-section. I met with my other doctor. I have 3 doctors. I have 3 OBGYNs. You have to meet with all of them before you give birth, obviously. I met with my other one, and he was shouting some different shit. He basically was like,
so have you decided, like, how you're gonna give birth?
and I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I was told I didn't really have much of a choice because of, you know, well, obviously you have a choice, but I mean, from what I thought my doctors wanted and thought that was most safe for me was a repeat C-section. And he was like, if you wanted to try vaginal birth, you can try to give birth vaginally, like a VBAC. I personally was told that my hospital did not allow VBACs. And then my other doctor was told that it would be safer and easier for me to just have a repeat C-section. So I was like, okay, I'll have a repeat C-section, that's cool, I don't really care, because my experience was amazing. I mean, I bounced back within a week. My scar is like hardly noticeable. So I was like, sure, why not? And I get to pick when my child's born. Who doesn't want that? Because it's pretty cool, not gonna lie. But yeah, this other doctor's like messing my brain up. And then I brought it to his attention. I'm like, do you know that I have placenta previa? Because I know with placenta previa, vaginal birth is if it stays. If you stay, if the placenta stays blocking your cervix, the opening of your cervix, when you're about to give birth around your due date, then that's when they make you basically have a C-section because it's too dangerous. So I brought to light, I was like, okay, you're saying this, but do you understand that I have placenta previa? And he obviously was not aware and did not read my chart before he walked in the room. Awkward. And he was like, let me step out, I'm gonna do some digging and, you know, kind of check back up with this. And so he walked out, probably read my labs and my chart, my ultrasound, my anatomy scan and all of that, and came back in the room and was like, okay, look, if your placenta moves out of the way, vaginal birth is an option for you. If it starts to resolve, if we'd recheck you, you know, in a month or so, and it's resolved on its own and it stays out of the way, vaginal birth is an option for you. He obviously told me the risk. There's a risk that I could rip open my incision from my last C-section, I could hemorrhage, I could have like major surgery, blood transfusion, the whole 9 yards. It's very rare, but it can still happen. And on top of me having a clotting disorder, I don't know how convinced I was about trying to give birth vaginally, like a VBAC instead of just having a scheduled early C-section. So
Hello. Rain.
Hi, Bubby.
Rain.
That's light. It's not rain. My son just found me. He's no longer occupied. So, like I was saying, sorry. Basically, if it moves out of the way, vaginal birth will be an option for me. And that's something I wasn't kind of prepared for. So I was like, what the fuck? now I don't know what to do with myself at this point. So, but on top of that, adding to the chaos, he also happened to mention that I have low platelet counts. So basically, if you have low platelet counts, you are not able to get a spinal epidural. I don't know if there's been much research on this, on why you can't, but he, you know, obviously, be careful, Bobby, you know, told me if your platelets don't rise by the time you're going to give birth, you will have to be put under general anesthesia to have your C-section. So like out, like asleep, like dead. So basically, on top of placenta previa, I have low platelets, and he suggested, you know, if they don't start rising, you know, once I start getting closer to my due date, we might have to do steroid injections. Yay. And still, if the steroid injections don't raise my platelet counts where he wants them, you know, if I do have a C-section, if I don't go into labor naturally and go for the VBAC, I will have to be, bless you, I will have to be put under basically for my C-section, which is kind of scary. I don't like general anesthesia. I don't like being present when my body is being cut open, and obviously my child is being born. It's a very emotional part of having a baby, and I would hate to miss that. I would hate to just kind of like wake up and be like,
where's my baby?
like that just scares me, because anything can go wrong and I would obviously be a vegetable. So but regarding my birth plan right now, I'm open to trying a natural vaginal, you know, traditional birth. If I go into labor, but you just move my camera. If I go into labor before my scheduled C-section, I will try. I will try to labor, you know. I don't know if I'll get an epidural. Obviously depends if my platelets are high enough. Depending on if my platelets rise enough, I might not be able to get an epidural, which means natural vaginal birth, which I don't know if I'm ready for, if I'm gonna be honest. Yes, Bubby, I know. Juice. You come get mommy hugs. Juice. You want more juice? Okay. You want some water? No. No? Of course not. You just want juice. So, I'm scheduling my C-section. 39 weeks, I'm having a C-section. That's when I'm scheduling. My doctors do not want me to go past 39 weeks. So, I will be scheduling a C-section either a little bit before or on my 39-week day. And if I happen to go into labor, my water breaks, yada yada yada, before my scheduled C-section, I will try a VBAC. I will try to go naturally. Obviously, if there's complications, if the baby turns out breech like Noah did, I'll have to have an emergency C-section if I go into labor before my scheduled C-section. But if everything's good, my placenta previa is dealt with, my platelets are high, they're good, they're in the range, we're good to go, I am going to attempt a vaginal birth. Attempt.
That's funny.
Yes, Bobby, I know. So that's the tea. It's just like one thing or the other with me, I swear. It's like, oh, you got placenta previa. Oh, and by the way, your platelets are low, so you know, you might be screwed, even if you have a C-section. But I'll give you juice if you give mommy hugs and kisses. Aw, give me hugs now. Give me hugs. Who's that, Bubba? Who's that?
Rain.
You see yourself?
Rain.
Who is that?
Rain.
That's no, Bubby. That's why do you say rain? That's not rain.
Rain.
Rain. Who is that? Look, Bubba. Look. 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 Is that you? Don't touch. Don't touch. What did Mommy say? You're being a bad boy? Okay. Let's go get your juice. Can you bring this to the kitchen? Thank you. Go, I'll meet you in the kitchen. Go. So now I'm gonna show you my bum. Roll the clip. So this is my belly. Yes, all that gloriousness. See it from the front. Yes. Big old belly. My belly ring is very long. It's a maternity belly ring. I do not have stretch marks yet, but we will see. I'm still obviously, you know, just now getting into my 3rd trimester, so let's hope these stretch marks stay away. That's really it for this bump date. I know there's a lot of freaking rambling, but that's basically my life at this point. But yeah, we're hoping for a, you know, happy, healthy rest of my pregnancy. I will do another update before I give birth, probably, hopefully. Yeah. So if you guys liked it, give a thumbs up. You know what to do. Leave a comment. Talk to me. Are you exposing me? And he just farted. Have kids, they said. It would be fun, they said. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.